Here's something really good in climate news. Now, Ireland is going to become the world's first country to divest from fossil fuels. Now, let's read what this article from The Guardian says. It says, the Republic of Ireland will become the world's first country to sell off its investments in fossil fuel companies after a bill was passed with all-party support in the lower house of Parliament. The state's €8 billion National Investment Fund will be required to sell all investments in coal, oil, gas, and peat as soon as is practical, which is expected to mean within 5 years. Norway's huge $1 trillion sovereign wealth fund has only partially divested from fossil fuels, targeting some coal companies, and is still considering its oil and gas holdings. The fossil fuel divestment movement has grown rapidly, and trillions of dollars of investment funds have been divested, including large pension funds and insurers, cities such as New York, churches, and universities. So supporters of divestment say existing fossil fuel resources are already far greater than can be burned without causing catastrophic climate change, and that exploring and producing more fossil fuels is therefore morally wrong and economically risky. Here's something hilarious that I found while I was reading this article. It says, however, some critics say that remaining as shareholders and persuading fossil fuel companies to change can be more effective. Yeah, my fucking ass cheeks. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That is not the way to do it. The way to do it is to divest. Basically, what this means is, and I'm actually surprised Ireland is the first country to do this. That's pretty surprising. But basically, Ireland has this $8 billion euro fund, not like a euro dollars, right? In their currency. They have that fund. And what they do is, in order to, from my understanding of what I read, it's this fund that is used by the government to invest money into certain businesses and different things to boost the economy. Not to, bring profits to the government, obviously, but to boost the economy and make the economy better. And so essentially what you can equate that to is sort of ending subsidies. But this is a really, really good move, because taking out that kind of money will further disincentivize the usage of fossil fuels, especially now that we have this major problem. Now, I think that this is honestly just the first step, but it's an important first step, though. People need to take this first step. So the United States needs to follow suit. Other countries should follow suit. Canada should follow suit. Other nations should be following suit. And it's a sad day when Ireland is the first country to do this, because the U.S. should have done this first. The richest country, in the history of ever, should be the first country to do this. So it's honestly an abomination that the United States has not done this first. What the U.S. government needs to do is they need to end all subsidies that go to fossil fuel companies, and end it as soon as practical is the way that they did it. So I guess we can do it that way as well. But this isn't the last step. It's not going to fix 100% the problem. However, it's not only is it a step in the right direction, it's the foundational step, as well as a very heavily necessary step. And so this is very good in climate news. It passed the lower parliament. I guess it has to go through one more level, but it's pretty much a surefire pass at this point. So this is very exciting in climate news. Hopefully the U.S., of course the U.S. isn't going to follow suit, because we have the autoimmune disorder of money and politics in our nation. But, maybe there's some random chance we can pray to Jesus and all of a sudden, the U.S. and Canada and other countries will follow suit. But they really, really need to, man. It's extremely, extremely important. It's vital. Absolutely vital.